up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's Saturday afternoon here in Philly, Ohio. Went out this morning, did a little bit of running around, stopped by a shop in Lima, Ohio, and stumbled across this beer here. This is the Salzspreicher Cherry, and this is from the Freigeist Bierkultur. So Freigeist Bierkultur Brewery, and they're out of Stolberg, Germany. Now, I've had a couple of beers from this brewery over the years. They tend to be a little on the expensive side, but they're usually out of this world. If you go to, I couldn't find a webpage for them, but everything you had linked back to their Facebook page, and it showed you some of the beers they have, and some of them are kind of really wild. They do a lot of smoked beers, sour beers, they did a kvass, all kinds of stuff, but it's kind of high-end German craft beer. And again, maybe you guys see them in the rest of the U.S. Out in Northwest Ohio, I don't really see them that frequently, and when I do, I snap them up. So today I saw this, and they also had a Goes. I forget what the Goes was. It was some kind of odd fruit I never, something I don't generally have. Oh, you know what it was? It was like a kumquat Goes or something like that. So, I'll check that out as well. This one comes in at 6% ABV. As far as the ratings go, they're pretty good. On Untappd, 3.65 with about 3,000 reviews. Beer Advocate, 383. Had an 86, very good overall review. Now, this is a cherry sour porter. So, I don't know about you guys. This is not a style I see very frequently. Now, I've been doing a lot of summery beers, but when I saw this on the shelf, I had to abandon the 4.2% ABV, nice summer light beers, and jump on this. It's a dark beer, but it's a cherry sour porter, man. You don't see this too frequently. So we'll give it a shot. It's kind of interesting. If you look at the cap, it says the Vorman Brewery. And I went and looked them up. Their website is all in German, of course. And it looks like it's a private brewery, so I'm guessing that the Freigeist people use the Vorman Brewery to brew their beer. So let's give this bad boy a shot. I'm going with this Herrenbrau glass. This is one of the beers I picked up from that Coleman's military surplus. They got some really neat German beer glasses for really cheap prices. And they shipped them really good too. So let's give this thing a shot. I see it coming out of the bottle. It's obviously brown because it's a porter, but you see a little bit of maybe like a red hue. Let's try to get some head on this thing. Aggressive here. All right. As the color, it's pretty dark. You can't really see through it. When I did have it against the light, it did look like it had a little bit of a hue to it. As far as the head, nice tan. It's probably only about a finger's width, but it looks pretty nice. Nice and frothy. Let's give it a sniff. That's different there. It almost smells like some of the Belgian beers. If you had any of the Belgian beers with cherry in them, that's kind of what it smells like. You get a little bit of a funky smell, but you also pick up, it's kind of like a sour cherry and then like kind of dark malt mixed together. It's a nice smell. All right, let's give it a shot. Cheers. Wow. Wow. This is different. This is medium bodied, kind of has a nice, again, nice mouthfeel to it, nice body to it. It's really, really well put together in that regard. As far as the taste, you pick up a couple of different things. I think as soon as you sip it, you kind of get sour cherry, you get a bit of the roasted malt. It's not really like that coffee taste like a lot of times you might get with porters or stouts. It's not the coffee taste. It's kind of like nice roast malt, but not like terribly burned or that coffee taste. It's just kind of dark malt. It's nice. And then you get a bit of like a dark chocolate taste as well. I'm a huge fan of cherries, huge fan of sours, huge fans of dark chocolate. And it almost tastes like all those things combined in this beer for me. Yeah, you get dark malt, sour cherry. You maybe get a tiny bit of saltiness. This is a well put together beer. It's kind of interesting. This one here says it's Freigeist Salzspreicher, probably saying that incorrectly. Forgive me, I don't speak German. But when I went and looked on Untappd, it said this was a variant. So I guess the Salzspreicher is a salted sour porter, and this is a variation on that brewed with actual real cherries. And this is amazing for me. I think this is a really decent beer. I quite like it. A lot of the flavors that I enjoy are all coming together, and it works really well. 6%. I don't even think you pick up the, not that 6% is high, but you don't really pick up anything in that regard as far as alcohol. But you do get all those other flavors mixing together. This is a really good beer. I'm thrilled that I was able to find it. I think I paid about $10.50 for $10.49. I think was the price for a single bottle. But it's a good beer. This isn't something that I see regularly, so obviously thrilled to be able to pick it up, thrilled to be able to give it a review. So Salzspreicher Cherry from the Freigeist Bierkultur. You get a big thumbs up. Really enjoy this beer. I look forward to trying the sour as well, and anything else I find beers on the shelves. So hopefully you liked the video. Please give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, if you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. If you've had any of the beers from Freigeist, let me know what you think about them. What's your favorite one? Like I said, I've only seen maybe a handful of them. Every once in a while I go to one shop and they might have two of them for sale, and they kind of rotate their different ones. But rarely have I ever seen a bunch of their beers. If you see them regularly where you live, let me know. Let me know what you think about them. Hey, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Cheers.